Awesome. So we're live here. This is the first of many live streams. Basically, our objective is just to talk about the local real estate market here in Windsor, some news articles, and other things going on in the city. And of course, we will give a brief market update every week, and we will discuss other things going on in the market. So first things first, Windsor Star came out with this article talking about how new home construction has taken a hit since the rising of interest rates at the beginning of the year. They've seen about a 37% dip in permit applications going through the city and other regions surrounding the city. And this is pretty crazy because nationally there was only an 8.6% dip in the actual permits around the province. So where this is pretty nuts too is when we see multi-residential starts. So this would be like townhomes, things like that. There were fewer than 500. So yeah, that's pretty crazy to look at. This Clundert fellow, who is actually the vice president of BK Cornerstones, who's a local builder here in Windsor. They have a very premium product. He's saying if interest rates go up, basically, you better prepare for a cold, cold winter because not a lot of people are going to be pulling out their wallets. He also believes that the cost of building won't decrease even if interest rates go down. So a new build home will still have that premium price like it always does. He seems to believe too that they may pause rates. This is kind of different to what I think. I think the Bank of Canada is actually going to raise rates, which is a pretty scary thing considering people are very, very close to their trigger rate. Basically, their trigger rate is just if you're on a variable rate mortgage that has a fixed cost every month, you're going to be paying more in interest than you are for the principal amount. And actually, you're going to be paying all interest, which could lead some people to potential problems, big problems down the line. One article that came out a couple weeks ago actually talked about how by 2031, our housing market's going to be short 30,000 new homes. And Clundert, who obviously knows construction pretty well, went on to say in that article that there's no chance we'll ever meet that demand, which is kind of scary news for Windsor. It goes on to talk about, too, in that article that we're already 10,000 home units short. So by 2031, the outlook on the market is going to be much rougher, assuming we have the constant migration here, the constant immigration here. People are moving to Windsor like crazy, and that doesn't even factor in the huge battery plant that they're building in the ongoing infrastructure projects that are bringing people here for work and short-term work, and who knows, maybe they'll stay. It will bring new jobs as well. So this is pretty significant. This article was pretty significant, pretty scary knowing that we're going to be a ton of homes short, seeing where the prices are, and that kind of thing. So this next article we're going to look at basically just goes on to talk about how BMO thinks that even though we've already shifted to a buyer's market, they see us going deep into a further buyer's market. This month of inventory number is actually pretty interesting. Like if there's 2 months of inventory, this is a deep seller's market. And then when you move into about 6 months, it becomes more of a balanced market. And then above 6 months would kind of be a buyer's market. So we've definitely moved into a buyer's market here. The average, or sorry, the absorption rate in August was actually about 14%, not listed here. That just goes to show you that we are in a definite buyer's market at this point, a complete shift in only 6 months with the government aggressively raising interest rates which is pretty interesting to see, kind of questionable. Um, this article also goes on to talk about, they use something called the sales to new listings ratio. I use sales to total number of listings. That's where I get the absorption rate from. They obviously get it from the new listings. So it kind of works in a different way, but same, but so different kind of thing. And basically, they're predicting that's going to fall below 40%, which the only time it has in the last 25 years was during the 0809 downturn, which is pretty significant. It gives people definitely some fear. At the end of the day, we are in a shortage, so housing prices can only drop so far before they're going to rise again. It's not like there's an oversupply of housing. Over the last 10 years, they've actually been underbuilding in the province, hence the 10,000 units we are short here in Windsor, Essex. And if you know the county, like Windsor, Essex County at all, you know it's extremely difficult to kind of build that quantity. We're a very local community. We don't have any crazy large developers. I would say Valente is probably the largest developer on the scene right now. And I mean, I think he has about 500 units in the works right now. So it just goes to show you we're not like the Toronto markets. Or anything like that. So we'll talk about the average price here now. The average price in the month of August was $532,000, down from February, which was $722,000. I think if you do the math, that's about a 35% difference, which is significant. Obviously, February was a super low inventory market, 2 months of inventory. I mean, 40% absorption rate, which is an intense seller's market. And if you can remember back, you would remember that houses being on the market for more than 10 days was just peculiar. So when we look at the year-to-date sales prices, we see that they're actually only down 7%, which isn't all that bad considering how heavily the government has been increasing interest rates and factoring in the fact that the supply is shot through the roof. So all that being said, home prices down 35% since the peak, 7% year to date, which is nothing crazy. People are trying to predict the bottom. It's interesting to see what's going to happen tomorrow. I think that will be kind of a tale for things to come. We'll see if the interest rates go up too aggressively tomorrow. I think we will see prices steeply decrease further. However, if the government continues to hold interest rates or only increase them slightly, I think we'll see much more buyer confidence in the market. I have a network of realtors that are from Windsor to Ottawa, so the whole province, and everyone's saying the same thing. Everyone's sitting on the sidelines. Everyone's waiting for the market to increase. So, I mean, we will see what happens tomorrow when the government decides to raise interest rates. It's exciting. So here, what we'll do is, this is what's happened in the last 7 days. So 32 price decreases, 10 price increases. That's a good sign for bidding wars. It shows that they're just not working and people are just listing at what they expect again. So that's a great sign. Bidding wars are almost out of the picture. We still see some people trying to do them, but I mean, list price to sale price is significantly less. It's not what it used to be. We could actually figure that out pretty quick here. There we go. So in August, it was 101.5. So, I mean, 101.5, it was at easily 135% kind of earlier in the year. even 141%. So to see that number decrease, I mean, that's phenomenal. That's great for buyers that have been waiting and now they're getting to utilize the low prices. So new listings, 200, backlisted on the market is 11, and 105 sold in the last 7 days. Last week historically is pretty slow. The last week of summer, people are enjoying the long weekend more than they're actually going out and intensely house hunting. And then this canceled number, 119 canceled listings. That is pretty significant. And we will see how it plays out in the future. So last but certainly not least, this is my house I would move to for the week. 1122 West Bell River Road, sits on 5 acres. And if you look where it is a nice secluded property, with obviously the Bell River running behind it. That's where the house sits there. And you can see you can have a ton of stuff there. We'll have a quick look inside this house. So it's a ranch, 4 beds, 3.1 bath. It has some great stonework, great woodwork done inside. See there's a bathroom, a walk-in closet with some beautiful cabinetry done. This is what sold it for me though. The marble shower, and it looks like there's a slate up top, giving it a really outdoor feel. And just imagine looking outside your back doors every day at those windows. I try not to use too many descriptive words, hyping something up just to be beautiful, but and I really like this one. It is beautiful. And once you get into the outdoor, you have a 4-car detached garage for whatever you want, plus this beautiful pool area with a gazebo and a tiki bar for you, your friends, and your family just to enjoy beautiful summer days. Look at this at night. What an awesome property. Price reduced to $1.349 million. That's an awesome deal. You're seeing some homes in subdivisions. It had been reduced from $1.4 million. Oh, I was on the wrong one. I knew it was more than 1.4. It started at 1.78. So this property has had a great reduction. And I think if you were to steal this for 1.349, that is a great deal on that property. I don't think you could build it for that cheap, and it is move-in ready. Just awesome. Great to see. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the first live stream. We're going to try to get it more structured, more guests on, and we will see how it goes. But I appreciate you tuning in to this one, and thanks for your support. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I tried to be to the point, to the facts. My energy could have been a bit better, but we'll do it next time. Thanks.